Puja, do it for tuning in. I'm still setting up. Had a few challenges today. 83%. Puja, do it for tuning in. Still getting set up here. Bunch of spaghetti over here. Okay, I think we're ready. So I can. Okay, I think I'm ready now. All right. Uja, Uben Nefer, do it for. Oh, just check one more thing. For tuning in. Check testing. Check testing. Oh, I don't hear anything. Must not be plugged in. Yeah, it's not plugged in. Yikes. Please stand by. Just still checking the sound. Uh-oh. You can hear me. So many buttons to push. Okay. Okay, YouTube, I guess you didn't get to hear the first 20 minutes of this broadcast because a cord came out, but at least I figured it out. So let's continue. Oh yeah, it doesn't let me share my screen anymore over here. So many things. Okay. All right, now we're going to start in with our Newt music. This song, Dua Newt Mutara, you can find it on my Blue Lotus Speaks Volume 1 CD, which was released in 2015. Dua Newt Mutara, 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 Dua Newt Mutara. Right. I usually have my system for that one, but I couldn't find it. So who is the goddess Newt? Let's start with that. The goddess Newt is the goddess that is the night sky. All the stars make up her body, and she is responsible for the birth of the day, or the birth of the sun, because she gives birth to Ra every day. She and her lover Geb were in a perpetual embrace, and Ra sent Shu to the earth sent Shu to separate the earth, Geb, from Newt, so that time and space could come into being. She is represented by a blue goddess. Her body is covered with stars, and I've posted some of her imagery in the announcement posts. Uja Dua for tuning in. And that is pretty much what we can say about Newt in a nutshell. Haha, Newt in a nutshell. Okay, excuse me, I forgot one more thing. Yes, I live above a troll, and it's difficult to get everything I need together because when I walk into the room while he's sleeping, he goes into hysteria, and I try to get everything ahead of time, but sometimes I forget things. So now we have a Hekau for Goddess Newt. It's actually from chapter 19. Let me read that scripture real quick. I have two chants from chapter 19 for the Goddess Newt. This is again from the Persian Haru by Seba Ma. One of these days we'll study the gloss. Uja Hatep, do it for tuning in. I have trouble reading the names, but I really appreciate you being here. I think it says Chevy. Do it for tuning in. So we're going to read from chapter 19, the chapter of the Tree of Life. So Newt is basically, from our perspective, the Milky Way galaxy and the Tree of Life. Breathing air and possessing water in the duat, in the netherworld, after your body dies, so that you can continue to live on. And here's I don't know if you can see it, it's an image from chapter 19 showing the Tree of Life with a priest or priestess making offerings to the tree. The Tree of Life is the symbol of the goddess. Through it, she nourishes all life, and in particular, she provides spiritual strength to the aspirant for success in the spiritual journey. So we are the aspirant. So this chant, or this spell, this reading, this chapter, is to provide spiritual strength for us on success in our spiritual journey. Words to be spoken by Asar. And when you say Asar and then there's a blank, then that means you put in your name, because Asar is you. The myth of Asar is the myth of your life, the myth of your journey. Asar Makadu. Makadu is true of speech and spiritual victory. Hail to you, great river in the heavens. In thy name of traverser of the heavens, grant thee power over the water. It's like emotions, right? And feelings. Power over the water. Aryu. That's what it makes me think of. To Asar Arit Makadu, like Sekhmet, who protected Asar against the violence on the night and day of slayings. Lead Asar Makadu to the abode where there is an abundance of water, just as you led those honorable persons who were slain and became a noble blessed soul, knowing not they the name of who led him. Asar Arit Makadu is opening up in Jed. Asar Shevi Makadu is opening up in Jed. Asar Arit Makadu's nostrils are opening up in Jedu, in Hetep, the dwelling place in Anu, the house that was constructed by Shesheta, on which Canum is standing. If there is a north wind blowing, sit on the north side. If there is a south wind blowing, sit on the south side. If there is a west wind blowing, sit on the east side. If there is an east wind blowing, sit on the west side. Lowering the eyebrows on the nostrils, Asar Arit Makadu enters into all places desired and resides therein. Let's see here. I'm going to read a little bit of the gloss. In this chapter, the vignette is of special importance. It shows the goddess Newt in the form of a tree of life. In her form as the tree of life, the goddess is the source of food and drink, mystically referred to as breathing the air which sustains life. The vignette above comes from the papyrus of Ani and is typical of other papyruses, which acknowledge the nourishing aspect of vegetation as the source of life for human beings. This is one aspect of the mystical teaching of the Tree of Life in Kemetic spirituality. Asar is the source, the spirit, which enlivens all things. The goddess is the conduit through which that life essence is transmuted to human beings. The goddess bestows food and drink to the aspirant. Other subtle implications of this vignette are the references in the text accompanying it to the food and drink as being the breath which sustains life force energy. Further, the fact that the aspirant obtains these directly from the goddess who is in the tree suggests that the best food is obtained by direct contact with the goddess, that is, by picking fresh vegetables and fruits from plants directly. This chapter is also an indication that the food and drink obtained from the tree may bring strength and power to resist the slaying of the personality. This point was alluded to also in chapter 16, where the initiate discovers protection from the chopping block. The idea is that this special food of the goddess leads to spiritual strength and enlightenment. It is actually referred to as the air, which, when breathed, allows one to become a blessed soul to reside in peace in Anu, the first and foremost city. That's interesting, because while I was reading that, what came to my mind was the tree from the myth of Adam and Eve, and the apple, and the apple of knowledge of good and evil, right? And and how when they partake of the apple, they were cast out of the garden. And here, when we partake of the fruit of the knowledge of the tree of life, Goddess Newt, then we receive protection and enlightenment. That's pretty cool. Okay. So here is a chant for Goddess Newt and Shasheta, both mentioned in chapter 19. I don't know what's going on with these phones and these apps today, but they're having fun with me. All I can do is laugh at this point because it's kind of funny. I was listening to a YouTuber today, and they were talking about how, we're us light workers, we are being attacked spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, and technologically. It's not too. That's better. Okay, so this song I usually play on the keyboard. I don't really have a heart part, so I'm just going to use this one that I've used before. I am the goddess of math and sciences. I am the cosmic scribe. Keep things in celestial order. I can help you keep order in your life. I wear the sacred papyrus on my head. I built the house of a star. To Jehovah I gave the nectar. I am the goddess of Pacific Bara. I am the source of sacred darkness. I am the jeweled night sky. I'm in love with you, Mother Earth. I gave birth to the light. The stars make up my body. I nurse you with the Milky Way. To a Goddess Newt, our divine cosmic mother. And now another chant from chapter 19. I couldn't find my sistrum. I wonder where it is. Okay. So this one is like a procession, where the nectars mentioned in chapter 19, visualize them coming into your space, walking into your space, helping you build, helping you manifest, offering protection, and helping you give birth to your new manifestations, giving birth to your enlightenment, offering you support and strength on your spiritual journey. Uja, my sound level, you still can't hear me? Okay, I will check my sound level. Thanks for letting me know. Settings, audio. Oh, you're right. It's not picking it up. Check 1, 2. Wow. Check 1, 2. Man. Okay. Let's try this again. Check 1, 2. Wow. Check 1, 2. Oh, you can hear me? Oh, okay. I'm really sorry about the technical difficulties. Thanks for letting me know that you can hear me. I'll go back to the check 1, 2. Check testing. Okay. Yeah, something happened to my thing over here. Check testing. Yeah, the mics are dead. Oh. Okay, well, can you hear me now? Okay. All right. Thank you for letting me know. I'm really sorry about that. I will post the other recording also, just in case it doesn't work out. It's always something. So the link that I have posted there for you on YouTube is a blog post that has the information. Okay, thank you. Has the blog post information. You can follow along. It has the lyrics, and I'm trying this new thing. So hope it works out better than the microphone. I think when the power plug came out, the microphone thing came out too. So, and I have the website up, so I wasn't able to see your comments right away. Anyway, let's get back to Goddess Newt. Okay. All right, so this is the one where we're going to visualize the nectars coming into the space. They're fixing my audio so that I can hear you. And so you can hear You have to excuse me. I'm a little flustered because I live above a troll, and he got mad at me yesterday and last night and cut off my heat. So it's very cold right now. And I'm just a little distracted. But now I'm going to get even more centered now that I know you can hear me. I'm going to offer this chant. Dua Newt, Dua Sar, Dua Segmet, Dua Sasheta, Dua Canute, Dua Newt, Dua Sar, Dua Segmet, Dua Sasheta, Dua Canute, Dua Newt, Dua Sar, Dua Segmet, Dua Sasheta, Dua Canute, Dua Newt, Dua Sar, Dua Segmet, Dua Sasheta, Dua Canute, Dua Newt, Dua Sar, Dua Segmet, Dua Sasheta, Dua Canute, Dua Newt, Dua Sar, Dua Segmet, Dua Sasheta, Dua Canute, Dua Newt, Dua Sar, Dua Segmet, Dua Sasheta, Dua Canute, Dua Newt, Dua Sar, Dua Segmet, Dua Sasheta, Dua Canute. And then this is another Hekau that came through me for several of the goddesses. Another chant for protection. And I recently learned about something called the knots, tying knots. And this is strictly AstMaataJi Temple, Divine Light, Healing, and Sweet Sounds, Light Being Wellness Center, not Temple of Shatau Neter, not an official lineage like that. This is just the lineage from my work. And I recently learned about something about the knots of witches from the movie series or whatever, Discovery of Witches, and the power of knots and the power of tying knots and weaving. Goddess Newt is the weaver. There's the knot of Isis, the knot of Aset. I've just come into so much information about these knots and weaving. I've started crocheting again. And so now when I offer this chant of protection that's coming up, visualize threads of protection, threads of light being knitted around you by the goddess Newt, or like wrapped around you, not like a mummy that's dead, but wrapped around you like a sheath of protection. And just visualize all of these words and hekaus coming and encircling you. You know, when I knit now, when I crochet, I think of the goddess Newt, and I'm putting chants and blessings and spells into every stitch, and the stitch of the knot of Isis, the chant I have for Aset. And so in this chant, it has 5 of the goddesses associated with protection. So just visualize them encircling you with protection and love and guidance. And then also, even after this broadcast is over, if you never hear me chanting again, just know that this protection is going to be with you forever, and it's going to keep increasing and growing. And that's what goes into this beautiful song. Net Newt Bastet, Tef Newt Renanet. Net Newt Bastet, Taff Newt Renanet. Nat 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 Newt Bastet, Taff Newt Renanet. Hey, good tap. Do on that. Do it for all the love and nurturing and protection that you provide. Good tap. Right. Let's go back to our outline. Oh, okay. I'm going to do one more and then we're going to dive into the wisdom teachings. Now, this is a hekau that came through me for Newt, Geb, and Shu. And I don't have the artwork here. You can find it. Let's see. There might be one. I think I wrote it down. Page it's on. The Goddess book. Where's that one? Page 69, 71. It'll be small, but you get the idea. Of course, it's not there. Here it is. All right, here is a picture of Newt, Geb, and Shu. Newt, of course, is the goddess that's arched above Geb, the earth. And Shu is the Neter, the god that is between Newt and Geb. So Newt is the sky, the night sky. Well, at first it was just the night sky. Now it's the sky. Geb is earth, not just the planet Earth, but earth everywhere. On any planet, Geb is the earth of that planet. And then Shu is the air or the environment that, the atmosphere that pushed up Newt at the behest of Ra, because Newt and Geb were in a perpetual embrace. And Ra was like, we need to get this creation going. They need to separate so that time and space can come into being. And so that is what this chant is about. And this is the hekau that I offer when I'm about to do my sound healing work, self-care, or just any work in general. Because the sound of the tuning forks, of the chants, of the singing, of the chiming, it's transmitted through the air. And the tuning forks that I use, the chimes, these chants, the neters are actually cosmic forces of nature. They're not just gods and goddesses that we worship. They represent actual vibrations. And so that's why I offer this chant for the goddess Newt, Shu, and Geb. Let's try it on this harp. I've never tried it with this harp. Oops. Having lots of challenges today. A little slower. Do I Newt, do I give, do I shoot, do I nude, do I give, do I shoot, do I nude, do I give, do I shoot, do I nude, do I give, do I shoot, nuku nude, nuku give, do I shoot, do I nude, do I give, do I shoot, do I nude, do I give, do I shoot, do I nude, do I give, do I shoot, do I nude, do I give, do I shoot, do I nude, do I give, do I shoot, nuku nude, nuku give, nuku shoot, nuku nude, nuku give, nuku shoot, nuku nude, nuku give, nuku shoot. A tap. Do I newt? Do I gab? Do I shoot? Okay. Now we're going to move into some of the teachings about the Goddess Newt. And I'll probably put them to music. That's what I like to do. Okay, I see what's going on here. All right, so I added the links to the page, but they didn't show up. So I'll have to add them later if you want to look up these references. And so at the moment, I can't even tell you where I got this from. But here is a prayer to Newt, the goddess, the sky goddess. And these are, translations of prayers that different people have found. And these are in English. So this is the improv section of the program where I just have the teachings in front of me and I just sing, play the harp. Oh, my mother knew, spread yourself over me, so that I may be placed among the imperishable stars and may never die, that my name might remain enduring in this temple forever and ever. Oh, my mother knew, Spread yourself over me, so that I may be placed among the imperishable stars and may never die, that my name might remain enduring in this temple forever and ever. Oh, my mother Newt, spread yourself over me, so that I may be placed among the imperishable stars and may never die, that my name might remain enduring in this temple forever and ever. I do not like this. That was beautiful. And I said, I do not like this. I didn't mean that song. That was never. I was referring to this broadcast here on this app. I don't think I will try that app again. Okay. Now we have utterance 432 from the pyramid text written around 2500 BC. And again, the link, the source did not show up, so I will add it after this broadcast. I think I like doing it this way, posting the blog post. Yeah, I used to try to email people the information ahead of time, and that was crazy. This is much better. Let's try. I want it. That's not it either. Strong, you are mighty. Every place is filled with your beauty. The whole world lies beneath you, you possess it. As you enfold the whole earth, and all things are in your arms, enfold me too. be an indestructible star in your body. Oh, great one who became sky, you are strong, you are mighty. Every place is filled with your beauty. The whole world lies beneath you, you possess it. You unfold the whole earth, and all things in your arms enfold me too. Make me indestructible like the stars in your body. I am you, and I have come so that I may enfold and protect you from all things evil. I am new, and I have come so that I may enfold and protect you from all things evil. I am new, and I have come so that I may enfold and protect you from all things evil. I don't like that one. Let's try this harp. Sometimes it's just the harp. Sometimes I like this. I like this one because it's like a bass and it's like playing the reggae. Like playing reggae. Thank you for being here. I'm doing my best. My fingers are numb. There we go. I am new, and I have come so that I may enfold and protect you from all things evil. I am new, and I have come so that I may enfold and protect you from all things evil. I am new, and I've come so that I may enfold and protect you from all things evil. There you go. Change. That's better. I am new, and I have come so that I may enfold and protect you from all things evil. There we go. I am new, and I have come so that I may unfold and protect you from all things evil. I am new, and I have come so that I may unfold and protect you from all things evil. I am new, and I have come so that I may unfold and protect you from all things evil. I am new, And I have come so that I may enfold and protect you from all things evil. All right, I got that one closer to the way I like it. That's gonna be nice. That's gonna be a reggae tune. Doom 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 doom. You don't see me playing the air bass. Doom 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 doom. Oh, it's upright bass. Doom doom. The lower. Doom 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 doom. I am Newt, and I have come so that I may enfold and protect you from all things evil. Yes, never. All right. So today is the day of Newt. And so according to ancient Egyptian calendar, February 1st, which is when we had the festival of Newt, it is the feast of Newt who counts the days. So in the future, I would like to study more about the book of Newt, where each day has a god or goddess. Each week, which consists of 10 days, has a god or goddess. Each month, which consists of 30 days. And then there's a month, 12 months of 30 days, and then 1 month of 5 days. I'm planning to go back to Dendera and spend like a whole week there. Because if you know me at all, you know that before I became a hippie, a yogini, a homeschooling soccer mom, reggae artist, enchantress, comedic devotional yogini, I was in grad school to become an astronaut. I was going to be the world's first Black female astronaut until I had an encounter with another astronomy grad student that sent me into this direction of spiritual awakening. And so that's why I've recently really gotten into the calendar. That's why I've started to align my music with the Unitarian calendar. And I do the astrology and astronomy transmissions in alignment with the calendar. But I did not know that the goddess Newt counts the days. So that's news to me. And I'm very excited about learning more about the book of Newt, the book of night. I just found out about it at the beginning of the month when we had the festival of Newt. All right. So I do have a link here, but I'm not sure if it refers to the source above or what's next. But this source is Lady of the Moor. The Lady of the Moor.livejournal.com. So when I saw Lady of the Moor, you know I was excited because the Moors are connected with Kemet. This one is similar to the one I just offered. This is another ancient Kemetic prayer. Let's try it again. Let's try this one. And then we'll just have a little bit more to go. Like I said, I didn't get well, anyway, never mind. Let's see, what melody will I play for this one? I have so many in my head now, and when I come here, I like to try new ones. I'm not fully present here because I'm so cold. Uja, I know that you're trying to go live with me. However, I have a microphone. I have a microphone set up, so I can't hear you. I don't have the mic. But I appreciate you wanting to match with me. Okay, so here is a chant for the goddess Newt from ladyofthemoor.live. And it's an improv. I've never sang this song before in this lifetime. I don't know the music. I just found the lyrics. I put them here, and then I let the music come through me. So I don't have anything prepared. I'm just pulling it out of the air. Oh, my mother Newt, stretch your arms over me. Let me become like the imperishable stars, like the undefinable stars. May Newt extend her arms over me, and her name up, she who extends her arms chases away the shadows and makes the light shine everywhere. Oh, great peace, who is in the world of the dead, at whose feet is eternity, in whose hand is the always. Come to me, oh great divine beloved soul, who is in the mysterious abyss. Come to me. Oh, my mother Newt, stretch your wings over me. Let me become like the imperishable stars, like the indefatigable stars. May Newt extend her arms over me, and her name of she who extends her arms chases away the shadows and makes the light shine everywhere. Oh, great being, who is in the world of the dead, at whose feet is eternity, in whose hand is the always. Come to me. Oh, great divine beloved soul, who is in the mysterious abyss, come to me. To unmute. Right. Now, when you take the Tefna Terusi Mapout yoga training session at EgyptianYoga.com with Dr. Maud Ashby and Dr. Karen Ashby, or in the near future, I'm going to be teaching Egyptian yoga sessions. When you get to the posture of Newt, well, let me explain a little bit about this. Instead of yoga postures, there are the movements of the gods and goddesses. Most people feel that yoga began in India. India was once a colony of Egypt, and there's actually proof in the scriptures and the temples that there was a yoga system in Egypt. And so Dr. Ashby has put this together and has meditations and reflections for each netter and each pose. So I'm just going to offer the one for Goddess Newt. I don't know what this is going on here. I don't really know how to play all these little things. Maybe one day. I am the cosmic mother of Asar. I am your mother. I am the night sky in outer space. My body is made up of stars, which are my children, who invited to be with me at the time of death. I nurture you and watch over you always. At the end of your journey on earth, I invite you to experience the comfort of bosom of vastness. Newt. Of course, the posture for Goddess Newt is similar to the triangle or the dog pose, only you arch. You raise up on your tiptoes and your fingertips and you arch. Yes, I will start teaching a version of the Tefnut Jerusalem Pout. It's called Aku Seneb. Oh, someone sent me a rose. Thank you. Aku Seneb, light being wellness. And it'll be it's based on the Tefnut Jerusalem Pout, but it will have, my own spin on it and some of my own reflections. And I'm going to start with teaching a class on the netters. So stay tuned for that. All right, we are almost at the end of this broadcast. I appreciate those of you who are still with me. Thank you so much. I can't really explain what's going on here with this Twitter live stream. I don't know. Oh, I see it. Only lasts a few. I just don't know what it is. I'm going to log in one more time. But I really don't have an explanation for this. But we're almost finished anyway. Okay, so page 69. Oh, what did that say? Page 69. So I'm at the Goddess book by Dr. Mata Ashby. Oops. The Goddess book by Dr. Mata Ashby. And so okay, well, here's the picture again of the Newt, Geb, and Shu. And go to page 69. I don't see anything here. That's very odd. Okay, well, obviously not meant to be. Let's go back to this page. Must have been here. Oh, it was 61. Sorry. Okay, so this is talking about the cow, like about the cow. This represents the goddess and represents Heteru, Mehert, Newt, and Aset. And in the Indian tradition, the cow also represents the goddess. Thank you, Willie Mack. So let me read a little bit about the cow, because why is it called the Milky Way, right? Because the goddess is feeding us, nurturing us with her milk, which is wisdom. And the milk is really just the outpouring of stars. And that could mean so many things. to different people. Anyway, here we go. The symbol of the cow is also common to Heteru, Nut, and Aset. The goddess in the form of a cow is often referred to as a sevenfold deity known as the seven Heterus, who preside over the life of each individual and the course of creation. This title refers to the further differentiation of the three primordial principles of the Trinity, Asar, Set, Heru, which is expressed as the phenomenal universe through a series of sevens. This number 7 is expressed in all levels of creation. It is expressed in the 7 levels of the human subtle anatomy with 7 spiritual centers, the chakras, Aritu, Sefik, Bara, etc., the primary colors of the rainbow, 7 planetary spirits before they discovered Pluto, and etc. Okay. In Indian mythology, the cow holds a similar symbolism as that of ancient Kemet. The cow is known as the fountain of milk and curds. In a mystical sense, the world is a curd of the milk, which emanated from the celestial cow. The celestial cow is one of the primary forms of the goddess Nut. Nut is the daughter of Shu and Tefnut, who are themselves children of Ra, the transcendental self. Her body is the heavens, and embedded in it are the stars in the sky. Thus, she is the womb of creation, or it might be said that creation is within her. The earth hangs in space, which is her body. One version of the creation story tells how Ra traverses in his bark over Nut's back, and every evening she consumes him, and every morning she gives birth to him as the morning sun. See the Asarian resurrection. So it's a little bit about the Milky Way. And last but not least, on page 79 and 80 in the volume 1 of Purdah Maru by Dr. Wada Ashby, page 79 and 80, I found this beautiful prayer, which comes from chapter 1 of the Purdah Maru, beginning of the words by which a person can go into the coffin and come out as a light being. That's what we want to do. When our body dies, we want to continue in eternity. We don't want to just rot in the casket or the tomb with our body. So from this chapter, are the words by which a person can go into the coffin and come out as light. So I'm not going to offer the entire scripture. One of these days, that's one of my goals. Maybe when I'm 100, I will have music for all the chapters of the Purdah Maru, so that when the goal is when your body is dying, you're reciting prayers or chants or words, so that when your body dies, your soul will wake up enlightened and won't have to be reincarnated to come back and have this experience again. So that's why we have the Purdah Maru. If we learn, you're supposed to select certain passages that you want read while you're dying, at your death, at your funeral, and in your memorial, in your honor. And then also while you're alive, you're supposed to recite these chants. Great awakenings, good rising, great awakenings. Remember, we don't mourn the day. We say people say grand risings. I say good rising, great awakening, rising in consciousness, awakening. We do not want to mourn the day. We do not want to mourn the death of anyone. We want to release them. So good rising, great awakenings. Uben Nefer. Uben Nefer is how we say good rising or beautiful rising. The youngsters say grand rising. Okay, so this is the passage about the goddess Newt. I'm going to read the translation first, and I will include the translation on the blog post at some point in time, which does not exist. Time doesn't exist. So here's the translation. I am one of those who recognizes himself as among the gods and goddesses, the children of Nut, the fighters who destroy the enemies of Asar, and who restrain the fiends, the evil cosmic forces from within and from outside that try to obstruct his personality, our personality. Also, I say to Heru that just as Lord Jehuti was his advocate, I am also his advocate, and I support his quest of spiritual aspiration to be successful against the unrighteousness of Set, the ego aspect of the personality, and I support his taking his rightful seat at the throne of the world and as the sovereign of my life. All right, now that's very powerful. I'm gonna read it again when I'm done. But and so we're actually invoking this in us, within us. And if enough of us do this, then it will be a planetary shift. And that is my goal. As enough people hear this music or attend these broadcasts, and we can awaken these forces enough in us so that what are we trying to do right now? We're trying to recognize ourselves as a god or goddess. And as we talked about this before, we want to be added to the imperishable stars. We want to restrain the fiends, the evil cosmic forces from within and from without, like what's going on in the world today. Thank you very much. Good rising. There we go. Good rising, great awakenings, grand rising. We want to be every day, we want to wake up to more consciousness and more enlightenment. That's the goal of every moment. And that also, no matter what's going on, we remain in the stillness. We remain at peace. We remain seated on our inner throne. We cannot be moved by the things going on in the world, like what's going on right now. Yesterday, when I woke up and learned about what had happened to the Ukraine, it took me off of my, my plan for the day for several hours. And, now I'm looking for ways that we can defeat the evil cosmic forces that are trying to obstruct our royal personality. Our royal personality is a person that's on the road to enlightenment. And we are Heru, and we are also Jehuti. We are the advocate, and we are on the quest of spiritual aspiration. We are successful against the unrighteousness of Set, the ego aspect of the personality, and we are taking our rightful seat at the throne of the world, the throne of our creation, of our life of enlightenment, and the sovereign of our life. Okay, so this is going to be very powerful for all of us. At least that's my intention. And I've never seen this chant before. I've never noticed it before until today. I have another sip of tea, even though it's cold. It didn't stay warm very long. We just tuned in recently. I live above a troll, and he got mad at me yesterday and turned off my heat. I'm not supposed to do that. Okay, so I'm rising up against Set, because he's just expressing his Setian nature. He's not a demon, he's a troll, but he's expressing Set, and I am fighting it by remaining calm and still doing this broadcast even though I'm cold. Man, there's so many that come through my head all at once, and I just have to be still. Lukawa Inateru Masu Nutsemayu Kefnu. Asakin Rasebiu. Heref nu him to Keru. Nukuayam inenu in that teru mesu. Nutsemayu kebnu. Asakin Rasebiu. Heref knew him to Keru. Nukuwa Emenu. Ineteru Mesu. Nutsemayu Kefnu. Asakin Rasebiu. Herefu knew him too. Keru. Nukuwa eminenu. Ineteru mesu. Nutsemayu kefnu. Asakin Rasebiu. Heref knew him too. Keru. Nukuwa eminenu. Ineteru mesu. Nutsemayu kefnu. Asakin Rasebiu. Heref knew him too. Keru. Nukuwa eminenu. Ineteru mesu. Nutsemayu kefnu. Asakin Rasebiu. Heref knew him too. Keru. Nukuwa eminenu. Ineteru mesu. Nutsemayu kefnu. Asakin Rasebiu. Heref knew him too. Keru. Nukuwa eminenu. Ineteru mesu. Nutsemayu kefnu. Asakin Rasebiu. Heref knew him too. Keru. Do a hatep. Hatep. Nefer. Well, that's the beginning of the song. I will continue to work on it and see where I am this time next year. I haven't decided if I'm going to continue the series. I'm really enjoying it. I want to. I just don't want to repeat the same thing every year. So, and I don't know. We'll see. But I'm enjoying it in the moment, sharing wisdom teachings in alignment with the Naturian holy days. I have the calendar here. It's the put out by the Temple of Amun.com. And it's got passages from scriptures. It tells you the letters of the month and the decans, no, the seasons. And it's got a quote from Say by Ma or scripture, and it's got the holy days and the, as you can see, I use mine a lot, the holy days and the celestial days. And then I'm also following the Sirius calendar put out by the put out by the Earth Center. It's got the each month has 3 weeks of 10 days each, and then it has 2 days of rest in each 10-day. I don't like to call them weeks, I call them strengths. And then it's got 12 of those, and then the last one, of course, is the Newt month, when she gives birth to the deities. This is a Sirius calendar. This is a solar calendar, and this one, and solar calendar, I'm getting ahead of myself. In the natural indigenous calendars, there's always one strength that is 7 or 5 days long. It's only this Babylon calendar that has every month starting on the 21st, and then it ignores the precession of equinox. The other calendars take that into account. And so on one of the strengths, this and the solar calendar is in July, when the Nile rises. Happy, Nile is Arabic, when happy rises. We have a 7-day strength week. And then in this one, which is the Sirius calendar, it occurs in, is it October or September? Yeah, September. Interestingly enough, September, Sept, S-E-P-T, is another name for the star Sirius, Ophis. And I could just talk about calendars forever. Oh, I didn't know this. They now have the calendar on the app. Where is it? I didn't even know that. You can scan it, I guess, if I can get it right. Isn't that amazing? This calendar is in alignment with Sirius and the ancient Dogon calendar system. And it's been 421 years since the last great heliacal rising. This year of 365 days is the first quarter of the Renpet real year, 1,461 days, as shown in the chart below. So it's fascinating. I'm going to download their app, because that's what I'm getting ready to do, is develop an app that covers these holy days, the Natarian holy days, plus the celestial events. And mine will be based on the 13-month Kemetic Sidereal Calendar. So it'll be a little different it'll be very different from this. It'll be kind of a combination of both of these two. But I am really excited to find out about the app. I had no idea. Because I kept asking if they were going to build an app, and they're like, no, we're not building an app. Oh my gosh. Well, that is another gift of this session. I just want to say on the back of the calendar, they have instructions for honoring the ancestral and holy divine days. They used to put out a booklet explaining the oblation, the purification offering, but it's no longer offered for free. So I might, in the AstMaataJi Temple, I will definitely share that wisdom with you. I'm not associated with either one of these organizations at the moment, because I am taking time to develop this musical and wellness temple. And I need a calendar that combines both of those. So that's what I'm going to work on. All right, so I'm going to close out with a goddess chant. This is the first Kemetic song that I wrote back in, when was that, 2010 or 2011? I'm not really sure. Anyway, And the lyrics is from the Goddess book, African Religion, Volume 5, page, it's like the last page. Oh, you think I would know these pages by now. Any day now. Here it is. Okay, on page 78, they have a list of the goddesses, Kemetic and Galactic calendars. If you're referring to the Galactic calendar that is from the Olmec Mayan tradition that's tuned to the galaxy, I would say no, that is a galactic count. That's based on the precession of the equinox and the orbit of the Milky Way galaxy, and it's believed to be 260,000 years. The precession of the equinox, as far as like the ages, like this is the age of Aquarius, that has a cycle of 26,000 years. Now, at the equinoxes and solstices, the axes of our solar system line up with the galactic axes. And so at those times of the year, we have an alignment with the Milky Way galaxy. We are currently in the plane of the Milky Way. Before we were like above the plane. And in 2012, we actually literally moved into the plane of the Milky Way. So we have this unusual alignment going on right now. So I would say that the Earth Center calendar is sidereal. The Temple of Amun calendar is solar. And the Olmec Mayan calendars are counts. They're not calendars, but those are galactic. Now, the dream spell calendar is not authentic. It was made by a white man who was obsessed with African and indigenous culture. He studied with Elijah Muhammad, believe it or not. He studied with Elijah Muhammad back when Elijah was telling people to go to Mexico. Yes, visit Africa, but settle in Mexico, because that, he says, that's where it began. That's where the culture began. And so this word, I can't even remember his name now, but he came up with the whole dream spell calendar thing. It's totally man-made. He tried to combine the solar and lunar calendar with the galactic count, and it's not accurate. It's not true. He made it up. He made it up because he wanted something for the white people. That's basically why he made it up. He designed it for them. He stole it from the Mayan culture. So in answer to your question, I would say they are not the same. However, they do intersect. They do relate, or they do resonate. And at 4 times during the year, they are in alignment. The thing about the dream spell calendar is he didn't know how to account for the leap year. The indigenous calendars don't have a leap year. So it gets really confusing. And I'm so inspired that the Earth Center has that app now. It's really inspiring. Okay, so on this page, of course, I had it and I let it go. Was it 78? Yeah, 78. It says, the ritual of uttering the names of the goddess promotes purity of speech. This is Makadu. This purity was known as Makadu in ancient Kemetic terminology. Makadu is the primary objective of every spiritual aspirant. The names may be recited, chanted, or used as song. The art of recital, chanting, and singing the divine names supports the study of the mystical teachings given in the myths related to the various forms of the goddess. Also, it bestows psychic powers on the aspirant, which will allow him or her to achieve great heights of spiritual experience internally, and also to perform great works in the world of time and space, human experience. And this chant, you can find it on Spotify, YouTube, all your favorite music platforms, because it was released in 2015. The Blue Lotus Speaks, Volume 1, Anpu, Opener of the Way. This is the Goddess Chant. I'm going to offer it to you now. And here is the translation. Well, no. Here is the attributes of the goddess's names. Equinoxes and solstices is when the axis of our solar system aligns with the galactic, like galactic north aligns with our north. That's when they align. That's yes, that's what I would say. I would say equinoxes and solstices is when the sidereal and solar calendars, when our solar system calendar aligns with galactic count. The sidereal calendar is based on the motions of the sun and the planets through the constellations. And the solar calendar supposedly deals with when the sun is in each particular sign, but in the Western system, it does not. The Western system does not use an actual ephemeris. And we can tell this because this is when I had my second great awakening, when I cut off my first set of locks. I was looking at the sky and you could see them. I can't remember exactly. I'll say the moon was definitely in Leo, right? And then when I went to the Western ephemeris, I having it backwards. Yeah, it was in, no, I looked in the sky. It was in, let me see if I'm getting it back some. I looked in the sky and the moon was in, that's what it was. It was in Gemini. But when I looked in the ephemeris, it was in Cancer or Leo. I can't remember exactly. I know it was one of those combinations. And I was furious. I was like, well, I'm looking at the sky and it's in Gemini, and then I'm looking in the ephemeris and it's telling me something else. So I went into the bathroom and cut off my locks were all the way down to my derriere. And I just lost my mind for a little while, because I was going to become an astronaut. All of this stuff is very meaningful to me. And so the sidereal calendar follows the motion of the sun and the planets through the constellation. The Western calendar actually is supposedly tracking the motions of the Earth around the sun, and then they divided each section of the orbit. They divided into 12 equal sections and named each section after a constellation. But however, it has nothing to do with how the sun or the planets move through the constellations. So I follow a lunar calendar. I follow the solar sidereal, 13-month solar sidereal calendar, and I follow the 13-month Sirius calendar. I have not followed the galactic count because my teachers, my Mayan expert teachers, what's his name? His name was Jose Arguelles. That was his name. I think that was his name. It was a white guy, Jose Arguelles, who came up with the whole dream spell. And the day that he died, my Mayan calendar teachers made an announcement that they were giving up their practice. They had made millions of dollars giving workshops and selling books on the Mayan calendar. And they realized that their teacher had been lying to them and had made up this whole thing. Remember when it was 2000 and the year 2000 and then the year 2012 when the Mayan calendar, it was all when I'm going to do some more research, because before I got into all of this, I was a cultural astronomer and I was traveling around. I'm not going to go into that right now. This program's almost over. What resources do you suggest for beginning students of astrology? Wow. Well, let's cover that in another broadcast, because this is Ancient African Adorations and we're almost done. I would say if you want to study Western astrology, I don't have any suggestions, because I don't follow Western astrology. I don't believe in it anymore because it's man-made. It's like polyester. It's not real. So I don't have any. If you want to study Kemetic sidereal astrology, 13-month Kemetic sidereal astrology, I'm in the process of writing a book. I don't have a book to recommend to you right now, honestly. So do it for asking. I don't have one. I don't believe that our ancestors developed astrology so that we could be worried about whether we should go outside or if someone's going to marry us or if we're going to go into debt. I don't believe that is the purpose. The planets represent the netters. They represent cosmic forces of nature. And my approach to astrology is if you're aligned with the netters, the way they are in the cosmos, then that order will be reflected in your life. That's it. So study the netters, study my reports, and the website that I use is down. Understanding the Stars, Newt. I've been studying this for 35 years, oh maybe 40, and I don't have a book to recommend to you. It's just been my own research and my love of the stars, and I know that I'm here to put all this together somehow. Okay, so anyway, I don't have a book to suggest to you right now. I don't even have anyone to suggest for you to study with right now. That's not saying they don't exist, it's saying I don't know them. If you want to understand the stars, go outside and look at them and see what you feel, see what comes to you. That's what I do. All right, the divine one, the only one, the greatest of the gods and goddesses, the queen of all gods, the female Ra, the female Horus, the female horns, the eye of Ra, the crown of Ra-Haru, Set, opener of the year, lady of the new year, maker of the sunrise, lady of heaven, the light giver of heaven, lady of the north wind, queen of the earth, most mighty one, queen of the south and north, lady of the solid earth, lady of warmth and fire, benefactress of the Duat, she who is greatly feared in the Duat, the godmother of Heru-Ka-Neket, the mother of the horns of gold, the lady of life, lady of green crops, the green goddess, Uachet, lady of bread, lady of beer, lady of abundance, lady of joy and gladness, lady of love, the maker of kings, the lady of the great house, lady of the house of fire, the beautiful goddess, the lady of words of power, lady of the shuttle, daughter of Seb, daughter of Nebuchadnezzar, child of Nut, wife of Ra, wife of the Lord of the Abyss, wife of the Lord of the inundation, the creator of the Nile flood. Let's see. Back to your question. Reading the Serious Mystery really opened up a lot for me, but that's only about one star. Studying Shasheta, the goddess Shasheta, the goddess of astrology, astronomy, mathematics, science, architecture, engineering, records, spells, book of libraries. I offered a chance for them earlier. That's what I would suggest. And then support my work and follow my work so that I can write the book. There's the Book of Newt, but that translation, I was looking at it today, and it's, once you've studied with Dr. Ashby, most of that Egyptology stuff is like, what? They really don't know what they're talking about. So anyway, I'm finally getting organized, and I am going to write the book. That's all I can say right now. Apet Newt may hurt, Aset Heteru, Rinenet Meshkenet, Sapket Abud, Nebet Het Amit, Nekabet Mood, Nebet Het Amit. Oh man, I'm sorry. I got to start over. Like I said, I'm very distracted today. I'm trying to keep it together, but I just. Apet Newt may hurt, Aset Heteru, Rinenet Meshkenet, Sapket Abud, Nebet Het Amit, Nekabet Mood, Rekat Sekamet, Aret Basra, Sekamet Basra. Heteru, Mad Rinanet, Maskinet, Sefket Abud, Nevet Het Amet, Nekabet Mud, Rekat Sekamet, Ared Asra, Sekamet Basra, Abed Newt Mehert, Baset Heteru, Mad Rinanet, Maskinet, Sefket Abud, Nevet Het Amet, Nekabet Mud, Rekat Sekamet, Ared Basra, Sekamet Basra, Sekamet Basra, Sekamet Basra, Sekamet Basra. Good job. All right. Well, there's been very many good questions and comments today, and I really appreciate you being here. And Dua for staying to the end. Senti, I really love that you're still here. And if you want to have more information on the wisdom teachings, visit EgyptianYoga.com so you can study with Say by Ma and Say by Jah, Dr. Wada Ashby. If you'd like to get your own copy of the calendar, visit templeofamun.com and also the earthcenter.org. I'm not sure. I think it's theearthcenter.org. If you'd like more information on my music and the ancient African adorations, I'm going to start posting blogs about the teachings right before the broadcast, like I did today. That would be tachia.com, tchiya.com. And if you'd like more information on my wellness practices and services and astrology, sound healing, pinhole glasses. These are pinhole glasses, not sunglasses. They force your eyes to focus instead of magnifying what you're looking at. Visit me at lightbeingwellness.com. And if you would like to contribute to AstMaataJi Temple of Divine Light Healing and Sweet Sounds, you can make a donation to my Cash App page or my PayPal account. You can hear my voice quivering because it's getting cold. And I would really appreciate it. Other than that, I'm finally back in the studio. I've been working on Ma'at Anku Ma'at song for the longest. And it's because there's got like 100 harmony parts. I don't know why I did that, but it's very nefer. And I'm looking forward to releasing that CD this year. I've had so many delays and obstacles, and this year is a breakthrough. So look forward to that. And let's see, I have not posted the schedule for March, but I'll be working on that today. Let's see what is ahead in March. Ooh, nice. March, we have Nevet Het, the goddess of the Lady of the House, the goddess of time and space, the mistress of time and space. And the next presentation is for the new moon. That will be on March 2nd. March 2nd. And I'm not sure of the time yet. And then the next Ancient African Adorations will be March 4th and March 5th. March 4th is the Feast of Ra and his boat. Ooh, I love that. And March 5th is the Spring Festival of Goddess Aset. She lays to rest the storms that had not allowed the boats to make their journey. Oh, that's going to be great. I already know what song I'm doing for that one. So I'll be posting the schedule on the next day or so. And thank you for being here. Cayenne lemon tea. Oh yes, I make hot toddy with lemon, honey, ginger, and cayenne. And yes, I don't know if the offices are open today to deal with the troll. I may have to wait until Monday because it's Sunday, but I am going to make some calls. Thank you very much, Emperoress Heteru Oracle and Tarot. I'm looking forward to finding out more about your work too. Okay, Dua Hatet. Signing out. And I don't think I'm going to try going live on Twitter today. Twitter again. It's very complicated. I'm looking for the third platform. Eventually, I'll have one of those streaming services where I'll be streaming on all of them. But for now, I have 3 devices here. And this one kept going out. I like going live on Melanated People, and I like going live on Telegram. I'm going to try Pinterest, Bandcamp, and LinkedIn. And then I'm going to vote. Okay. Because I'll always be on TikTok and YouTube. So that's where my peeps are. Okay. Do a hijab. And I'm going to make some of that tea right now because I'm planning to go back into the studio and record. Thank you. You know, one time I posted a blog post about the ginger lime tea because I have it before I sing. I didn't have it today. And I just grabbed a picture off the internet of a piece of ginger. And, you know, I got billed like $400 because back then I didn't know about copyrighted photographs, and I had to pay $400 when I could have just taken a picture. Anyway, do a tap.